Hey friends, welcome to another 15-minute workout. I am in an Airbnb and I don't have any weights and I don't have much space, but I'm gonna get a workout in and we will see what happens. All right, come and join me. All right, friends, here are our exercises today. The first one is a curtsy lunge to regular lunge, and we're just going side to side. The second exercise is the same thing, but the opposite leg. The third exercise is a push-up into a pike and then a pike push-up. Exercise 4 is a side step to crossbody crunch. Exercise 5 is a plank with a twist. And then our last exercise is a dead bug into a glute bridge. All right, now that you know the moves, let's get ready for your workout. All right, this exercise is going to burn out our legs. We're going to start in a lunge position, and you are simply going back and forth into a curtsy lunge and then a regular lunge. I don't want you to completely come up out of the lunge. That allows more time under tension for your leg. This exercise will be challenging. It is, your legs are going to be burning, and then also it challenges your stability. Clearly here I fall over a few times, I wobble a bit, but yeah, no shoes for this exercise will be helpful in that. All right, great job with that exercise. Take 10 seconds to rest, and then you are going to switch legs and do that same exercise on the other side. All right, we are trying to stay down here in a lunge position, going back and forth from a curtsy lunge to a regular lunge. Keep your chest up, nice and tall, and then that front knee, let's keep it tracking over our front foot. You are doing a great job. This is really where it starts to burn here, so keep it up, keep pushing through, engage your core to help with your stability here, and really make sure you're breathing throughout this exercise. So I don't want you holding your breath. Take your time, don't get out of control here. Great job with your leg work. We are going to work on our core, chest, and shoulders for this next exercise so you can get down onto the ground. All right, friends, we're going to start in a high plank here. We are going to go down into a regular push-up, push back up, and then shift our hips to the ceiling, keeping our back straight. And that makes us go into our pike position. Once we're in our pike position, we bend our elbows and then work on our shoulders for a pike push-up. The most important thing here is to keep your core engaged. Make sure you're also breathing throughout this exercise. So core engagement, flat back, and breathing. Very nice work here. You are going to stand up and get ready for this side step to crossbody crunch. All right, friends, we are here to burn out your legs again. We're going to start with our legs shoulder width apart. You're going to step to the side laterally twice, and then on that second step, you're going to pull your opposite leg up to your opposite elbow. This will create your crossbody crunch. Work to keep your core engaged here and a neutral spine with your chest upright. Fantastic work there. Now you can get down onto the ground for the plank to twist. We're starting in a high plank here. Our hands are under our shoulders and our feet are about shoulder width apart. Our body's in a straight line from head to heels and our core is engaged. That's very important here. You are going to rotate your torso by lifting your arm off the ground and reaching up towards the ceiling here. You want to keep your chest and your hips rotating together so that your body forms like a T. Your eyes can follow your hand, whatever you're comfortable with. And then you're just going to lower your hand with control to the ground and do it on the other side. All right, we're going to keep working on our core so you can flip over onto your back for this next exercise, which is the dead bug to bridge. You're going to start lying on the ground with your back gently placed on the floor, and then your shins are going to be up almost like a tabletop, and you're going to drop each leg one at a time to the ground, keeping your back on the ground. You don't want your lower back to be arching at all. Then you are going to, once you've done 2 taps, you are going to place both feet on the ground, go up into a glute bridge. You're going to be pressing through your heels to lift your hips up into that glute bridge, and then squeeze the glutes at the top and then lower down with control. All right, nice work. Stand back up and get ready for the curtsy lunge to regular lunge. All right, friends, you made it to round 2. Great job. Here, I want you to keep your chest lifted, keep it upright. I want you to have a neutral spine here. Activate your core. So your core needs to be engaged here so that you can stabilize your torso during both of these lunges. You want to try and stay as low as you can here with small controlled movements. We don't need to be bouncing. We are under control with this. The front knee also should stay stacked over the ankle and not cave inward. Fantastic job. Now that leg is burning, we are going to switch sides and do that on the other leg. You really are doing such a great job here. Keep it up. Make sure your chest is upright, you have good posture, you have neutral spine throughout this movement, your core is engaged to help with stabilization. I know I wobble here a bit. Keep your front knee aligned over your foot. Try and make sure your knee doesn't cave either way, and stay under control here. Take your time. This is a really challenging movement, so you've done such a great job. Keep a neutral spine here, avoid sagging your hips, bend at your elbows for the push-up, and engage your core and your glutes to stabilize the plank position. In the pike, aim to create a straight line from your hands through your hips, and you want to keep your spine long and neutral here. For the pike push-up technique, I want you to think of this as a shoulder press motion and allow your elbows to flare out slightly. Great job with that exercise. Now you can stand up and get ready for the side step to crossbody crunch. All right, some key form and posture cues here. You want to keep your back straight, avoid rounding at your hips, keep your knees aligned with your feet. Don't bend them inward or outward. Bring your knee and your opposite elbow together with purpose. So you're engaging your obliques here for the crossbody crunch. You want to stand tall, and then don't rush between the steps. So take your time, stay controlled, maintain tight core engagement through the entire movement. You're doing such a great job. Keep going. Nice work. Take a little break and then get down onto the ground for the plank to twist. Make sure you're staying strong and intentional with this movement. You want to brace your abs and your glutes before initiating the twist, and let your shoulders and hips turn together as a unit. I love this move because it is perfect for core circuits or mobility focused training. It's especially useful for anyone looking to improve rotational power, upper body stability, and overall core integration in functional movement. Great job with that exercise. Let's flip over onto our back for the dead bug to bridge. All right, make sure you're keeping your lower back gently pressed into the floor at all times. Move slowly and controlled. And then make sure you are breathing steadily here. So exhale on the tap and then inhale as you're returning your feet up towards you. And for the bridge, as you lift your hips, avoid overextending your lower back. Stop at a straight line from knees to shoulder and keep your ribs down and your glutes engaged at the top. While you're switching between movements, you want to re-engage and reestablish your posture and avoid rushing. Nice work. Take a little rest and then stand up for the curtsy lunge to regular lunge. Round 3, let's go, friends. This is the last time we have to burn out our legs here. I really want to hit on some benefits here so you know what you're working out. You're activating your glutes and quads here. It targets the glute medius, glute max, and quads intensely due to the shifting angles. You're also working out your inner and outer thighs. The curtsy lunge especially activates the adductors, which are your inner thighs, and your abductors, which are your outer glutes. Don't give up here. I know it hurts, but I want you to push hard through to the end. Great job. Take a little rest and then join me back with the other leg. Y'all, this is such a great exercise. You're doing so much for your body here. You are improving your balance and coordination. The diagonal motion challenges stability and proprioception. You're also engaging your core and recruiting that here. It requires significant core engagement to maintain an upright posture through these transitions. And then you're also working on joint mobility and functional movement. It encourages hip mobility and dynamic strength across multiple planes of this motion. So you're doing such a great job. All right, let's give those legs a rest and work on our core, chest, and shoulders for this next exercise. All right, friends, this is the last time I'm going to talk to you about this exercise, so I wanted to tell you some of the benefits you are doing for your body here. You are working on your strength in your chest, triceps, and core with your push-up. The pike push-up is enabling you to work on your shoulders, traps, and upper chest. And then you are also working your core engagement in all transitions and then holding it in the pike. It strengthens your scapular stabilizers, and you're also working your mobility and body control. It encourages improved hamstring flexibility, shoulder mobility, and movement fluidity. So you are doing so much for yourself. Great work there. Now you rest and then get ready for this side step to crossbody crunch. All right, this is the last time I'm talking about this exercise, so let's go through some benefits you are doing for your body right now. The side step squat builds glutes, quads, and adductors while improving lateral movement patterns. And then the crossbody crunch targets the obliques, rectus abdominis, and improves trunk rotation. The sequence challenges your stabilizers as you move side to side, then you shift into a single leg balance with rotation. This multi-planar movement translates really well to the real life and athletic performance. So you're doing so much for yourself right now. Take a breather here, get down onto the floor, and get ready for the plank twist. All right, let's chat about some of the benefits you're doing right now for this exercise. You are targeting your obliques, transverse abdominis, and deep stabilizers through controlled rotation. You're building joint integrity and control in the shoulders, especially in the weight-bearing arm. And then you're also challenging proprioception and postural control, especially during the open twist. You're enhancing thoracic spine rotation, which is crucial for posture, breathing, and athletic performance. You're also engaging your legs, glutes, core, and shoulders and back here. So you are doing so much for yourself. All right, you can flip over onto your back for the next exercise, which is the dead bug to bridge. You've made it to your last exercise. This dead bug is strengthening your deep core, while the glute bridge targets the glutes and hamstrings. It is such a great full body engagement. You're also doing your spinal stability and improving control, which is essential for lifting, running, and injury prevention. In the bridge position, we're helping to counteract tight hip flexors and dormant glutes from prolonged sitting. Control and precision matter most in this exercise, and you are doing such a great job. Way to go, friends. Another Vessel of Mercy workout complete. Thank you so much for working out with me. Like and subscribe so you can have access to all of my workouts. Have a blessed day.